back to Desire to Inspire. It's your mama's favorite podcast. Freddie got me doing the intro because he thinks it's my last one, but we still have next week. I have next Friday. So we're gonna have to drop another one.
We are.
Which reminds me, I almost packed up these mics. I guess I could pack up the other one, but I need to bring this one in the car.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna need it. You only have one, right?
I only have one.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
Yep.
We're gonna need that.
Yeah, it's almost like the podcast busting with the boys. The boys are almost gonna be busting together, baby. Yeah. In the same room, same vicinity, same city for the first time since really we became friends.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
I'm trying to think, was I back home then? But I don't think I was back home when we first started hanging out. Well, I guess camping, but I don't know, man.
I
think I was in college.
This caliber, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I was in college then anyway. So I wouldn't have been in the same city regardless.
Yeah.
And then by the time I did move back home for that little bit, you were gone.
Yep. So it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see how this will all play out with everybody in the same area. From our gym group that we've had for, I can't even think of how long that we've had that to motivate each other, to side conversations, to even group chat. So it'll be interesting.
It could be good or bad. Have you talked to Tone about how serious he's about to take this training yet?
No.
He's talking about when's his birthday?
August.
I thought it was in August. He's talking about going sober until the race.
Yeah, he was talking about.
Do you believe him?
Don't do it. No, I don't.
I told him, I said, I don't think I'll ever commit to going sober again, for an extended period of time. I'll just cut back. Because I feel like when I put that on myself, then that's when I crave it. But if I'm just I'll have a couple drinks here and there, it doesn't seem as extreme. And I can do it, but easier. When I'm not drinking, all I want to do is drink.
That's a fact. Or it's the same thing. It's when I say I'm not going to spend money, I end up spending the most money that weekend. Mm-hmm. When I say that I'm not going to eat a certain junk food, I find a way to eat that. It goes hand in hand. So I will motivate him. I won't discourage him or anything. But Tone has said more times than one other person I can think of that they were going to stop drinking. And he always gets wrapped in. Yeah. Always gets wrapped in. So Tone, that's another challenge.
He said,
I'm not talking shit.
He actually told me, he said, I think it'll be easier to convince the guys to kind of go in with us. I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about, man. And it's the start of football season now.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
There's no way I could. I mean, I could. But
I told him already, I'm setting up my long runs on Saturday so that keeps me from drinking on Friday. But if I want to go out a little bit on Saturday or on my off day on Sunday, then I can.
Yep.
That's the plan here.
Yeah. Fuck it. I guess I'll say it. You asked if I was going to bring it up, but my dumbass, when I was hanging out with Tone and them the other day, shook his hand that I would run the half marathon when Dylan and him run the full. I
wasn't aware that everyone got convinced.
Yeah. Yes.
That's wild.
So I will be doing the Charlotte half in November when they do the Charlotte full. And there should be a pretty good sized group that's doing it with us.
Pretty much Spartan race all over again, honestly.
Spartan race, plus I think the twins are going to run.
He told me the twins and Nikki were running.
Oh, Nikki is? I didn't know that.
I think that's what he told me. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
But I think that either him or Justin told me that.
I do remember her saying that now. Yep, it's coming back. She did say that she would do it. The twins said that they would do it. So we got to hold everybody.
The twins already run, right?
Yeah. They always talk about doing a full and they never have. So Lo and Amanda were we're going to do the half with you. And I was like, if I'm doing a half, you guys are doing a full. You guys do a half every other weekend. You guys can do that easily. So yeah, I'm excited. So we got the girls in it.
You're excited?
I am, because it'll be a group thing. So it'll motivate me more. It's just like the Spartan race. I was excited for that, but the group aspect motivated me and got me more excited. So I guess
you already know I'm not staying with nobody this time.
No, hell no, you can't. You got goals to hit, baby.
Yeah. This one is, it's cool though, for everyone to be at the event. That's going to be cool. Cause we'll all be on the starting line pretty much same time. I mean, we'll be in different, cause they do heats, what your projected time is, you sign up for that time. And so you go out separately. So the fast people aren't behind people who are going just for a casual marathon.
Yep. I'm thinking about it a little more. So that was a sticker shock when you told me what Tone said about not drinking, but I'm thinking about it now. I think he will drink, but it'll be extremely limited because
that's how I'm
and
gonna go.
This is the only caveat is because you are running in the race. If it was like me and Matt, he wouldn't give a shit. He would be like, "Oh, I'm going to do this time. I know I'm going to beat them. It's fine." But in his head, he knows like Dylan can beat me. Like Dylan's got a chance to beat me. I don't know if he's convinced himself that you will beat him.
Here's what I'll say. So I think I will beat him. I'm already coming from elevation. I'm running the same pace as him right now, but I'm running through mountains and I'm a mile higher than he is.
Yep.
Like, I think I'm already, I mean, obviously we'll be training in the same conditions. So, like, we'll see. But aside from all that, I don't think that he doesn't have, I think he has the capability to run the same thing. His only disadvantage is that he's never ran a full marathon. It's a different fucking beast. And it doesn't matter, like, if you're prepared for it or not. Even you're gonna hit a fucking wall. And I just don't know if he's like mentally prepared for a half marathon. I never hit a wall.
Oh, wow.
He's ran one. I don't. There's something about mile 18 to 20. It hits you at some point, and it's hell, dude. Like it's 20 is where I fucked up last time. I was on pace for the time I want to hit now, and it fucked me, man. Like it fucked me hard.
Damn. Is that like a known thing that around those miles, or is that just kind of what you've experienced?
No, it's like 20, but it's what I've experienced also.
So since we're talking about marathons and stuff, just diving into them a little bit deeper, what's the most amount of miles you'll ever run in prep for it?
22 at most, and that's a maybe. That's a maybe. It'd probably be closer to like 20 or 21.
Okay. Is there a certain program you're following, or are you going to do this solely based off of your knowledge and experience?
I'm going to write a program. That's what I was saying, that I need to hit up Tone, because he wrote his own as well, which I'm sure like he pulled from other ones and just kind of tailored it to like the days that he wants to do.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to look at his, and they'll probably be really similar because we're living in the same building. So we already plan on just pretty much, we don't have to go anywhere. We just walk downstairs and we're fucking there. So like, it's not like we have to take extra time out of our day to go get ready or whatever. So I'll probably tailor most of my runs to the same as his. So even like if it's a couple miles longer or shorter, at least we'll be able to get most of the running together.
Yep. So you're fully creating this program along with like what he's doing. You're not using BPN or some other outside source.
Nah.
That's dope.
I mean, I've used, the only marathon plans I've ever used were from Alex. Alex wrote my plans.
I should look back. He wrote me one a long time ago. Okay.
The exact one that he wrote you guys.
Yeah, because that was for a half as well.
Mm-hmm. I have a full and a half from Alex. You just have to like tweak the dates and move them around. But yeah, I have it.
Okay. I'll use that one then, because I imagine I would have to start running again here soon, correct?
What are we at? July, August, September, October. I mean, yeah, like right now.
Damn. All right. Well,
but have you ran at all since the Spartan race?
No.
I actually, so for a full, I mean, most people take 16 weeks anyway. Like that's just a training block typically for a race. But I mean, personally, like I'm not as concerned about it until I move, just because I've still been doing distances. Like I did 7 the other day. Like I still have somewhat of a base here. But even you, like you're only doing a half. It's not going to hurt you if you waited a few more weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll bust that thing out. Is there a time? I have no idea what the fuck bad, good. I'm not going for like good or great.
Did you commit to a time?
I didn't commit to a time.
I heard you committed to a time. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that doable?
Yeah. Okay. Justin was like, I can't believe like he committed to a time. This and I'm like, dude, like my first one, this is like when my first half marathon ever, I was still like coming out of like fat Dylan phase. Like that was like, because I got kickstarted with that. I've told you about that 5K, right?
Yeah.
That, like kickstarted my running.
Yep.
So like that. And then Alex was doing a full trying to qualify. And so me and Marcus did a half. And Derek did a full. But I ran it in 147.
Okay.
And I was like coming off of that. And it was same training program, same whatever. So I think 2 is very doable. The only problem is if you feel like you need to wait for anyone. That could be a problem.
This is solely for me.
Yeah.
Because like the way I run, there's no way I would be able to pace for somebody. The way I do it in my head is like when I start getting tired, I pick somebody in front of me and I'll just be like, I got to get them. Once I pass them, I'll find somebody else. else. I lock in. It's almost like I'm a fucking grenade dropping from a
you hear
plane.
this dude barking?
Yeah.
He's on the balcony. That was the hard part about the BPN one, which I think also played into not only did I hit that wall, but he's pissed me off now. I hate this shit. There's gotta be a dog out there. Like going up or down the stairs. Hang on a second.
Okay.
They yelled, then now he's right back at it. But aside from me hitting the wall, I think that is he in here now? Shut up. Aside from me hitting the wall, there was only 150 people. So there was times where it was just me. Like there was like this one's gonna be huge. It's a city one. So there's like a crowd. There was no crowd at all. Like there was times I was just running by myself, so I couldn't find anyone to pick. So I'd be like, "Oh, run to that tree, and then you could chill." And like, it got me bad.
Yeah,
it got me real bad.
That's like when I was the beginning of COVID, when I went through my running phase. When Brandon and I would go out there and run. That's how I was like on the trail. Is find somebody, lock in, cool, I got him, go. Find someone, cool, I got him, go. So 147. That's what, a mile. Under 8?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. All right.
No, it'd probably be more than that.
More than that?
Yeah, because you got to figure 8 times 13 is 80, 104. So that's 44. Yeah, so it's about 8-ish.
Yep.
A little over.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to try and recruit a couple more people. I want to ask Marcus if he wants to do it.
He was talking to me about doing a half soon.
Oh, cool. Maybe he'll do that one then. I was going to reach out to him and.
Well, he's coming out in October. Did he tell you that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're coming out in October.
Okay. Him and
Brian.
Oh, dope.
They I know they talked to Matt about it, but Matt was playing Fortnite with us the other day.
Yeah.
But so I don't know if he'd want to turn right back around and do it or not, because I know he's coming middle. And he don't drive. This dude only flies. He really? Don't like to drive anywhere. He hates it.
I don't blame him. That's how I am. I hate driving. We went to Michigan this past weekend, and it was a fucking blast, bro. But we had this little hop, skip, and a jump flight to Columbus, and then we had a 3-hour drive, and that 3-hour drive felt like 10 hours. It like is a mental battle for me to sit in the car for a long period of time.
There's nowhere to fly into Michigan?
There was, but it was just dumb expensive. Like it was over double the price it was for Columbus, so it wasn't even worth it.
Fuck that.
But we were out on the water. I got to wakeboard for the first time in my life. Check something off the bucket list.
Was that video you sent you?
No, hell no.
I was like, I couldn't tell, and like I was like, is somebody else videotaping him right now? But no one else said anything, so I just let it go. I was like, damn, that. I was like, if that's him, he's fucking tearing it up right now.
Oh, hell no, I wish. I did get up after like. On my 4th one, I got up a little bit, fell. 5th one, I got up a little longer. 6th one, I actually rode it. And then I fell, smacked the cojones on the water, and I was out of breath. And my back is still sore from just the tension or whatever it puts on it. Dude, it was so much fun. So now I have an itch to buy a boat and live on the water.
We got a long way to go, man.
We do. We do, but it's going to happen a lot sooner than we think with us being together, because when we're together, I feel like we'll be able to hold ourselves accountable and actually like dial in on things that we once could get away with.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Which it's all about stop getting in your way of anything in life. And this is something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is, I guess this could be a good segue to like dive deep into this, but
we're kind of talking about it already.
Yeah. Getting in your like way of everything in life. So this marathon, I've been getting in my way because of the way that I talk about running, the way that I think about running, the way that I interact with it. And so it's just doing those daily things. And I listened to a BPN episode, and it was like probably 4 to 6 weeks ago now. And I honestly wish this episode was out before we had the Spartan race, because they talked about the BPN app and like everything it has. And the guy asked him, like, how did you get started running, or how does somebody get started running? I looked at this program, and that's like, I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't run. And I'm thinking in my head, like, this is me. He's asking the question for me. And Nick's like, it's not about going out there and picking a distance. It's not about going out there and picking a time. It's not about. He's like, what it's about is you put your shoes on, you lace them up, and you go out there and you run at a pace and you set your heart rate and focus on that in the beginning, and you run till you can't, or you run till it gets hard. And once it gets hard, you back off a little bit. And he's like, you start building that up slowly and surely. And he was like, and then start getting more aggressive with it. And next thing you know, you can catch up to the program because now your lungs are acclimated, you're breathing, you're this, you're that. And so that kind of episode from 6 weeks ago resonates with my mindset now of being in my way on this half marathon. We already talked how Alex wrote me a program back in the day, didn't listen to it. I know I've talked to Marcus about running one with him, didn't do it. The girls have talked about it, didn't do it with them. Tone's talked about it with me. You have never done it. So now it's just about stop getting in my way and start transitioning. Like, how can I get better at it? And it's just those little things day in and day out, and realizing that if I can't do it in all one spurt that day, it'll get easier. And that habit will compound on each other for race day in November to actually make happen. And so the second thing that I like really thought about when it was like, don't get in your way, is seeing all of this change that all of our fucking friends have went through in the last like 6 to 8 months, year, I guess, with Tone and Nikki moving down here first, the change that they've had to go through and the limitations they couldn't put on themselves about like getting uncomfortable, figuring out the area, finding new friends. And then Matt and Sarah moved down here and they made it a little bit easier, but they had their own challenges. And then we moved down here and we had our own challenges, and we're comparing it to Dallas. Finally, I was like, we have to stop looking at Dallas. When I first moved to Dallas, I fucking hated it because I was away from my family. It was hot. It was this. When I changed my mindset, I ended up loving it. And now I have this place in my heart where it's like, Ohio's here, part of my heart, and Dallas is here. And one day, North Carolina is going to be that third one that I just like fall in love with. And so Lo and I talked a lot about like, look, we have to change our mindset. We can't keep thinking about it. We can't keep talking about it because it's only going to make us hate North Carolina when there's so many great things to offer here. And ever since we shifted that mindset, man, meeting new people, we're hanging out with our close friends, we're getting to see our family, we're going down to Oak Island, we're able to travel, we're by your sister, the dogs are playing together, like all these great things. We're exploring the city. And it was like, wow, we were getting in our way for the first like 5-6 months that we lived here. And now there's this whole new world to us that we're actually starting to love. And when people ask, it's not like, oh, we missed Dallas so much. It's like, yeah, North Carolina is great. Like now that the sun is shining, now that this, now that that. And so those are two things that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and also transitioning those into other aspects. But just curious on like your thoughts about that and maybe even situations that you've looked at after hearing about this topic.
I mean, yeah, I think no matter what, everyone gets in their own way to some degree. Mm-hmm. I actually, so, you know, like TikTok does memories now, like it'll show you like, oh, on this day. So right now, like the heat of my memories is like 75 hard from 2 years ago. And like, so every day.
TikTok or Instagram? TikTok. Or Snapchat?
TikTok.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because I documented every single day basically.
Yep.
Of 75 hard on TikTok. And so I keep getting these like on this day and I'll open it up. And I'm like, okay, obviously very extreme program, but I was the leanest I've ever fucking been. That was probably like, I definitely haven't seen like full on abs since then. And I tell myself all the time, I've told myself this since the bulk actually, that I was going to get more serious about trying to lean back out. Mm-hmm. Core work. I never work on my core. I know you don't either, but I don't. You fucking always have abs. So like I don't just have them. So I'm like, I got to do something here. And I always tell myself, oh, you could do this, you do that. And I just keep getting in my own way of I don't do it. At the end of the day, I don't do it. Or I drink too much to have abs, or I eat like shit for a few days in a row. And so that's 100% me getting my own way for the physique that I would like. And I've done this both ways, really. When I wanted to get big, I would still do things that were probably counterproductive. And so I think that me finally being able to get out of my way and say, fuck it, you want to run, like that's what your main focus is, has helped. Like, I think it'll get there. Obviously, it's been a fucking busy, we'll call it month. There's a lot of moving pieces. I've been all over the place. I'm leaving. Like, I have to get all this shit together. So, like, there's just a lot going on where obviously it's going to be harder. But the way that I've set up my life like, it is what it is. Like, I can have these moments, but when I get to North Carolina, I need to get completely out of my way.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be a challenge with our friend group, and not like solely our friend group, but just being that we're new there. Me and Justin are the new guys. Like, let's go show them this. Let's go do this. And it's peak summer right now. Like, I'm moving in the peak of summer, like the best time to go out. And I'm not saying I'm not going to, but I do need to get out of my own way and go all in on like the performance that I want, because I do have goals for this race. I know I can finish it. Like, that's not a question. So now it's like, do I get out of my own way enough to actually accomplish this goal? Or am I going to continue to set myself back? And that really just like, it's literally limiting my potential if I don't do it. And that's going to piss me off more than anything. So I definitely need to get out of my way. I'm not in it right now, but I need to not let myself get in it.
Yeah. Yeah. That mindset, like you said, of like, right now it's the excitement of, oh God, I'm going to a new spot. So let me check off all the things in Colorado that I love doing. This place, this park, this bar, this restaurant, whatever it is. And then you get here and you have all the excitement, like you said, that we want to show you around. And so it kind of makes me think, so obviously you and Tone just went on vacation, and I was giving Tone shit when he sent a picture of his breakfast and he had that cinnamon roll, because I know his goals that he has in mind. Yeah. And so I also have somebody that's really close to me, a client in the Inspired, that just went on a 2-week vacation. And I messaged them in the beginning of the vacation and I said, hey, going on vacation, doing great work, seeing great progress. He's feeling stronger than he ever has. He's fitting in clothes. His pant size is down, like all these great things. And I was like, while you're there, make sure you have fun. That's the first and foremost. You've been putting in all this work, go there and have fun. I was like, but the second thing is, don't lose that progress. So while you're there, if you know that you're going to eat shitty, do more steps and work out. If you know that you can't work out, focus on the diet a little bit more and get your steps. Drink your water, do these things that you know you can still do on vacation while still enjoying it. And I got a text back and it was like, just got here, something. And he was like, and I decided, fuck it. I'm just going to have fun. I look better than a lot of people my age, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, are you like, I got pissed because I'm like, this isn't the mindset that you had these months leading up to this. Like we have goals that you wanted to hit at this point, then vacation, then your birthday, then this, then this. And again, I am all about balance and having fun and going on vacation and letting loose some, so that way you can enjoy it. But again, all I was saying is, if you know you're going to sacrifice here, make up for it in these two areas. When you're on vacation, you typically walk more, so you're going to do that naturally. If you know you're going to eat shitty, get a 15-minute workout in. You don't got to go there for 45 minutes. And so I didn't really say much. I was just like, okay, enjoy your vacation. Got a text 4 days after vacation. And one of the lines in the text message, it was this long text. And it was like, I think I dialed back too much and I regret it. And so I sent, I'm not joking, a text probably about
dialed back on vacation.
Dialed back. Like he thinks he dialed back too much, meaning he had too much fun. He let himself loose.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like he like reined it in.
No, okay. Dialed back all the progress. And so I was like, I don't want to say this first part because it'll give maybe who it is away. But I said something. I was like, but this is coming from Trainer Fred. That's all I said. And then I sent all this long message about quotes of what they said prior to vacation, this and this. And then I outlined it and I was like, look, life is about balance. We're not trying to get on a stage. We're not trying to compete. We're not trying to do these things where we have to hit these strict goals. We are strictly doing this so we feel better, so we perform better, so we sleep better, so we're happier with our family, so we can do the excursions with kids, whatever it is, all this stuff. And so I was like, it really hurt when you were like, fuck it, I'm just going to let it go. And I was like, but look at what it did. Now it got your mindset and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. So you realize it because now it's going to be that much harder to make up for the lost time.
Yeah.
And so they were like, let's go to the gym more. Let's do this. Let's do that. I think there's a mix up in my program. I'm only seeing 3 days. I said, I'm not adding 2 more. I said, when we added 5 days from 3, the consistency went down a lot. You have a busy life. You have a chaotic life. Going to the gym 5 days a week is going to do you more harm if you're stressing about it, if you're worried about it, if you're pissed that you have to go. Let's scale back to those 3 days. That 3 days is fucking amazing. And when you go in there, focus on the things that are in the program, focus on all these things. And then when you're outside of that, focus on what you're eating, get your protein, drink your water, get some sodium in your water, have fun with your family, smile, take your dogs for a walk because you love that, enjoy God's medicine, nature, because you love being out there, all these things. And they came back around and they were like, damn, that's what it is, really just habits. It's doing the little things. It's this. And I was like, yes. And so it comes back full circle about getting in your way of things, whether it's a job you're applying to. Stop getting in your way. If it's not happening, make it fucking happen. Apply more, reach out to people more, talk to people in your network more. We know so many people in this world, whether it's me, you, or anybody. Reach out to them. If you met them one time, just be like, hey, I know you work at this company. Are you hiring? If you're not happy in your relationship, what can you do to, if you love the person, what can you do to make it better? Okay, work on that. Or if you're not happy, then leave that and work on it, even though it's hard. Don't let, what does Nick Bear say this? Don't make the
hard right over the easy wrong.
Yes. Like, say that one more time.
Choose the hard right over the easy wrong.
Yes. God, that's so powerful. And I think that quote just...
It's sad that I immediately knew what you meant.
But it's because it's powerful. And I think that quote just finally sunk in my head because I've never thought about it. I've just heard him say it. But that's what it is choosing that hard right and making that sacrifice in the short term, because you'll see the results so much faster and then you can move on and be happy. But if you keep prolonging it and you keep taking this initiative of, oh, poor me, or oh, this, or oh, I'm going to slack here, oh, I'm going to just know and be okay that it's going to take longer to achieve the finish line. And if you're okay with that, then it's fine. But don't bitch about it if you're not.
The thing about the hard right over the easy wrong is that you're going to suffer at some point. So you can choose to suffer now, or you're going to suffer later because you didn't take any accountability for your own life. So if you do the hard right, you know it's the right thing to do. So you do it, even though it's hard, even though you don't always want to. You are going to be better off in the long run than if you take the easy wrong every time. Because you take the easy wrong every time, life's going to be hard. In some asset or some capacity, like, it's not going to be enjoyable.
It's going to keep smacking you in the face. And guess what? You're going to then lose sleep because you're thinking about it for so long. Then you're going to stress about it in the morning because you're like, fuck. And it's just going to keep going. So making that sacrifice and actually dialing in. Most of the things that we need to dial in for only take a couple weeks, couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And then those big things are going to happen naturally because the little things are getting taken care of. This is what we talk about all the time, Dylan, is painting this big picture of what it looks like. We do this for DTI. Paint the picture, step back, evaluate the picture, and then paint little strokes at a time to build your masterpiece. And then as you're going, change and tweak it, because that's what it's about. You're going to grow, you're going to evolve. So this once big picture that you had that, man, this is the dream, that dream is going to change once you achieve it.
Dude, it does seem so far, like it seems so far off, but it's literally a couple months away. Going back to what I just talked about 75 hard, 2.5 months, dude. And I was the leanest I've ever been just by being disciplined for
that is
2.5 months, bro. Like, it's not even a long time. And realistically, like, did I miss out on? Sure. It was peak summer when I moved here too. That's the thing. Is like, I live downtown. And by the time it was over, I moved out of downtown. So like, I really, like, in my head could have been like, dude, you're missing on so much. Like,
yep.
I could have easily been in my own way. I could have easily chose that wrong decision. But that's when I was the most disciplined I've ever been. 100%. Hands down. Like, more disciplined than when I was in basic training, I would say, was during 75 hard. But like, it took up 2 hours of my day, like, to really do like the tasks like that are time consuming. 2 hours of my day, and then the rest is like just making sure you don't eat like shit or drink alcohol. 2.5 months, dude. I think about that fucking all the time. Like, I was literally thinking about this yesterday. I was like, 2.5 months, you could literally look exactly how you want to look. And honestly, it'd probably be less time now because I had not really taken care of myself then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could probably be 60 days, 50 days. If I really said fuck it to everything else.
Out of 365 in a year. And how many days have you been alive? You've been alive for 29 years. I don't even know the math on that. It's over 10,000 days. And you can't take 50 days. You can't take 60 days to change your life completely. You can't take even 125 days to change your life completely.
It pisses me off that like it's just gone too. Like
gone.
Not like that it's gone, like not 100% gone, but like that you could have maintained that, dude. You could have maintained it. But at some point, I guess like there was time I was trying to put on size. So like then obviously, but the decisions come back, like the bad decisions come back, bad habits come back. Because that is what it is. It's literally just being consistent and making it a habit. Because after the good habits are in place for 75 days, then you just go right back. They're gone. You ain't getting them back unless you fucking put in the work again. So I'm not saying I'm going sober again. I already said I'm not committing to that again. But like, there's a level of discipline that needs to be achieved to get where I want to go, where you want to go, where anyone wants to go. It's going to take discipline. So I guess I got to get out of my own way.
Yep. Dude, and you think about it, like another example to put this in perspective. One of our clients in The Inspired drank pop all day, every day. Yep. They stopped drinking pop. I'm not joking. It was like 3.5 weeks. It wasn't even a month. They tried pop again and they hated it. They didn't even finish one 12-ounce can because they said it tasted artificial. It was too sugary, this and that.
For those of you who don't know what that is, it's soda.
Okay, you're disgusting.
But not everyone knows it. I'm just I'm catering to the people here, man. I'm playing devil's advocate. That's all.
And so like now I think about it even more in depth, and it's like running is hard for me because I've been alive for 28 years, and guess what? I was never a runner. I tried cross country. I wasn't a runner there either. I was never dedicated. I was never committed. That's why I wasn't good. I look at baseball. I was good at baseball because I played it every fucking day. I was good at basketball, not like good enough to be like amazing.
Oh my, like, bro, there's no way you could be that good, bro. You're a little guy.
I was good at basketball, and I started on every team I played.
Pee Wee League. How long did you play basketball?
Till my senior year of high school. I didn't start in high school when I got to varsity.
I was about to say.
But still, like I got there being my size, and I wouldn't have got there if I didn't play it every single day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, it's the repetition, it's the patterns, and it's the consistency that we put forward each day. You're a prime example. I don't even want to use this one.
Go ahead. I'm curious now.
I'm not going to say this one. But
is it going to be offensive?
No, really good. Oh, I just don't want to say it.
But it's about me?
Yeah, it's good though.
Then say it.
No, I can't. I'll tell you.
What are the other reasons?
But no, there's just so many examples that are popping in my head of how people seem as if, and they are standing out because they're doing that hard right consistently to see the results quicker than other people. So just compare like instances in your life, and it's like, yeah, but just try this and this. Whether it's people you've helped physically, mentally,
I know emotionally. Go ahead, continue.
It just we make so many excuses as humans on why. And this topic is just bringing a lot of passion out because it's something I lack into. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I always choose the hard right, but like it's bringing the awareness to my mind, and it's making me think of all these examples. Like, okay, well, how can we help somebody in this way to show them? And it's that repetition. It's that constant day in and day out. And so like, it goes back to, I want 5 days of workout. I want 5 days of workout. How many people do we know that we've tried to start on a program that say they want 5 days that actually follow through with it?
Little to none.
Yeah. Maybe 5%.
The people who I have trained who do follow through with it are already working out. They're just trying to go to the next level. And so all I'm doing is helping them to improve. They're not starting from scratch. When you start from scratch, that is the fastest way to burn out and not be consistent. Like you were saying about your client, 3 days is all you need for general health. So do that. And if you want to do more, now go walk instead of 10,000 steps, go for 12 or 15 on those other 2 days in. If you really want more activity, movement in your life, go outside and walk extra then. Like there's other ways to add in movement without going to the gym. No one needs to go to the gym. You can go outside and get everything you need just walking around. That's all you need to do.
That's literally all you, like, because you look at most overweight people or most people that aren't fit, and I'm soon going to start hammering home how it's not okay to be overweight. I am all about body positivity and feeling good and feeling happy and this and that. But like,
I'm not about body positivity if you are unhealthy.
Exactly.
It's okay to love yourself, but if you really love yourself, then you're going to take care of yourself, or at least start taking steps to get better.
Yeah, because like friends, family, people you know, people I know, like whoever it is, people that people know, like how can we sit here as humans preaching, which a lot of people do now, about mental health and body positivity and physical health and like all of these things to like feel better, sit there and then just be like, yeah, it's okay that you're overweight. It's okay that you're
It's
so
a mask. It's a
unhealthy.
facade, bro. Like they say it to mask the way they really feel about themselves.
Like
We could go really deep on this, and I think it's better to save it for another episode. But I honestly believe like it's a coping mechanism. It's another way that they're getting in their own way. They're saying it because if I say I'm happy with myself, then I don't have to take any action to change it because I'm already happy. But deep down, like you're not. At least I'm not saying you're completely unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not happy with the way that you feel. You're not happy with the way you look. You're not happy with the way clothes fit. You're not happy with a lot of things that have to do with your size.
There's something that I hope we're going to follow through with when you're here, and it's one of the buckets I want us to start checking on how we can produce content and the type of things that we do, but it's around people on social media that have kind of made that transformation, that share their journey, and how DTI, I think, can play a big factor in sharing and telling that message. So it's just something to remember, but I won't get into it. Where I was going with that is like, I mean, you see where I was going with it, but like the main thing that I was going to focus on is getting in your own way, in the sense of like, okay, I don't want to completely change my lifestyle right now because I am happy where I am, but I know that I do need to make some difference because I can't continue to live like this forever, or else it'll catch up to me. So how can I lose weight when I'm scared to go to the gym, when I don't have the confidence to reach out to somebody, when I don't have the money for a membership, when I don't have all of these things that some may say I need to lose weight? Most people overweight, and I'm putting myself in this category of most people. Then the next statement, if they were to just increase their step count and keep everything else the same, if they would increase that to 10,000 plus a day, they would see some sort of change in their physique, in their mental, in their sleep, in their energy. And then I think that would be enough momentum for them to be like, oh my gosh, I could incorporate a little bit more. Like I'm walking 10,000 steps a day. I haven't changed anything, and I'm down like 5 or 10 pounds. And like, I find it hard to get 10,000 steps a day because I stand here all day behind the desk. And so I figure out ways, or I've been trying to figure out ways to get those steps more frequently because I know it'll even help me and my goals personally. And so having the mindset, and this is why I love what we're fucking doing and what we're pushing, because it's those little things to start gaining confidence within yourself to then push and push and push for the next thing that we can help them build and grow once they get into the community and kind of dissect things a little bit and speak their mind on what they're scared of, what they like, what they don't like, what they want to do, and then move forward from there.
Yeah. I don't have anything else because if I start going, I might start rambling, and we don't need that right now.
No, but stop getting in your way. No matter what it is, fucking waking up out of bed in the morning and wanting to shower before you sit at your desk, finding a job, finding a boyfriend, finding a girlfriend, finding anything in life, getting closer with your family, whatever it is, like stop getting in your way and start making that hard, right now, because it's been prolonged for so long and you know it has. And it's only going to stop when you finally sit yourself down, when you ground yourself and you're like, all right, I need to get this train on the track and work on that one specific thing for a couple weeks. Give it all your energy. Let that come to fruition, gain the confidence from that, and then move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Don't try and change your life all at once because it's not going to happen. But just remember that there's outlets out there with this device that we carry in our hand that have a lot of good. There's not just bad on this thing, but it's what you're following, what you're doing, who you're interacting with, what you're watching that helps filter and sets you in the right mindset to keep moving forward. So get out of your way, put the energy and time into it, and remember that it's not going to work the first time. It might not work the second, the fourth, the 10th, or the 50th. But if you do that 51, it'll fucking land. So don't give up till it happens. You're powerful. You're strong. We love you. Your mama loves you. Kiss her on the forehead. It's on.
Peace.